Hello everyone and welcome to another replay commentary. Today, for the first time in over a year, I'm going to cast an Undead Mirror. And this is a lategame which was played in December of 2005 on Echo Isles. And the reason why I cast so few Undead Mirrors is simply that when I think of replays to cast on YouTube, there's not a lot of Undead Mirrors that come to mind. And I just did a little brainstorming before I started recording this video, and the Undead Mirrors that came to mind were Hasu Obs against Proteus on Turtle Rock from the EPS, I think Season 11 finals, Sweet against Foff on Twisted Meadows from the ESWC 2004 semi-final, Susiria against Happy and Susiria against Mad Frog from WC3 Clan Wars on Twisted Meadows and Plunder Isle. And I think one more ladder game between two Asian players. I don't remember which ones, but I think I have one pretty good one of those on my hard drive somewhere. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if any one of you knows of any really good Undead Mirrors to cast from the past, then yeah, just tell me in the comments. Obviously the game on Maelstrom between Ghosttop and Sweet from the WEG Season 3 Grand Final in 2005 would be really awesome, but as far as I know, there is no replay of that available. So anyways, the player here on the left spawn position in green is Sweet, definitely the more accomplished and better known player in this match. He started with a Crypt Ziggurat and a bit of a delayed ATA. He's going for the Lich first, not a big surprise given the fact that this is late 2005 and Lich Gargoyles was definitely the most favored playstyle in Undead Mirror. His opponent, Molra, a semi-professional Korean Warcraft 3 player. It seems like he's going for the exact same build order. Yeah, the Liches have the exact same timing, so this must also have been a Crypt Ziggurat first. Well, anyways, he wasn't the kind of player who appeared in major tournaments. I also only know him as BB Molra, so he wasn't part of any great Warcraft 3 teams. So there's not really a lot to say about this player. So first little difference we see here is that Molra is keeping his Acolyte close to his opponent's main base for a very long time, whereas Sweet has moved it out of the main base, so he doesn't see exactly what's happening right now. But in return, he would know if Molra would go for a quick creep on this mercenary camp, which he is not gonna do. So Molra is gonna head out towards the middle. Sweet, yeah, or is he gonna creep? No, he's heading out towards the middle as well, but with his Lich and a couple of ghouls. So in these Lich mirrors, there's always quite a few possibilities to start off the game, and it's always kind of interesting what the players decide to go for. So yeah, the players can either just use their Lich solo and try and harass, while either going for a quick tech or using their ghouls to creep, like Molra does, or they can use their Lich and units to creep. Or they can go for a push with Lich as well as ghouls, which Sweet is trying to do right now. So yeah, Sweet is gonna eventually have to do some damage here if he wants to make this opening work. Seems like... Is he gonna creep that? No, he's not gonna creep that. So he was probably thinking that Molra was trying to win time with his Lich for his ghouls, because they were creeping up here. But they weren't, they were creeping the other green spot, as we saw previously. So the first ghoul here is in a bit of trouble. Both the players so far are microing appropriately. And actually the second Nova of Molra here hit very nicely. He didn't get a single kill so far, but he did a lot of damage to all of the ghouls of Sweet. So Sweet, despite yeah, investing a lot of his time trying to get this push done early on here, he didn't get anything done so far. He has 0 experience on his Lich, so the very early game, yeah, went pretty nicely for Molra here. Sweet has invested in a Rubian Tower. I think Molra didn't, therefore his tech should be a bit ahead. Yeah, actually, even a little bit more ahead than I expected. But Sweet got the Boots of Speed now on his Lich, so Molra's Lich is gonna have to be careful in the near future. Let's see, we do have Graveyard as well as the Crypt built very early, so usually the Crypt needs to be built a bit after the tech is at 50%, because taking to tier 2 needs 140 seconds, whereas the Crypt needs 60 seconds. The Graveyard needs to be built a little bit before the tech is halfway through though, because the Graveyard needs 80 seconds. So that's just the standard timing for this gargoyle build on tier 2. So this Lich is probably eventually gonna fall, so I'm curious, or TP, but I think he's gonna let him go down, because level 1 hero isn't really worth saving. But what happened here? Sweet is heading towards the shop. I'm wondering, did he lose vision of this Lich for a brief moment here and somehow thought he was heading towards the shop? So it seems like that's what happened. Okay, maybe Sweet was busy getting his own second Crypt in production, and as we can see, that one is a little bit too late, and therefore he's not going to be able to start a full gargoyle production immediately once he reaches tier 2. So the Lich here doesn't have mana for a Nova yet, but is he going to be able to get the kill here? Yeah, he is, and therefore Molra losing his Lich, but around in return, and I'm assuming Sweet is going to let this Lich go down as well, because, okay, he's not letting this Lich go down. That's an interesting choice here. I mean, level 1 Lich doesn't need a lot of time to revive, for both the players obviously, but at the same time I feel like using a TP here, I mean, he's gonna get this creep camp now, he's gonna get to level 2 for free, he's gonna get a bit of an experience lead, but was that really worth 350 gold for a TP? Or you know, 180 if you withdraw the 170 for reviving the level 1 hero. Well, never mind, he just did it, and we'll see if this is gonna pay out here. So both the players starting gargoyle production right now. Molra is already a bit ahead in the gargoyle count, just because his tech was earlier and his second Crypt was done in time. Sacrificial Pit also already finished, whereas Sweet Sacrificial Pit is still in production. It seems like both the players are gonna go ahead and creep their natural expansions right now. Oh, and Molra is actually going for a tier 2 expansion. So he still feels comfortable with getting an expansion so early. Which, well, since he has the bigger gargoyle count, I'm assuming he could take fights soon if he wanted to. But then again, he's gonna be at level 2 against the level 3 Lich very soon. So you don't really want to fight with an inferior Nova here, unless your gargoyle count or your heal scroll count are way superior in return. But yeah, right now, since he's investing into this expansion, Molra is definitely not going to try and get into a fight anytime soon. Gargoyle count is now even, but 2 more gargoyles are reinforcing for Molra. So despite investing into those ziggurats down in the bottom right corner, he still can keep up in gargoyle production. Oh, and that is because Sweet is investing into a slaughterhouse here very early on. So yeah, no slaughterhouse here. So that's definitely interesting. And the shade is already there. And Sweet's Lich is approaching his creep camp here. So let's see if he's going to be able to make anything happen. So Lich is coming in here. Does Molra see him? No, Molra does not see him. So if Sweet does it right, he can definitely steal his creep, and he does steal it. Replenishment potion goes to Molra, but that was a big steal, preventing the level 3 from Molra's Lich, and therefore he's probably just preventing a fight before it even started. Replenishment potion obviously very useful in this situation. So I think Sweet has not scouted this yet, but his Shade is now gonna scout the Blight. So now he should know what's up, and therefore he should be able to react. And the problem for Sweet, I mean, I feel like in these Undead mirror fights, especially in those solo Lich mirrors, the slaughterhouse is not the greatest investment, because the statues don't really do a lot to help the gargoyles in those air battles, because they just die so quickly and heal scrolls are just so much more powerful. And yeah, since there's only the Lich, you don't need the statue for mana, because the Lich can just use the Dark Ritual together with the Rod of Necromancy to get mana back, or just sack a ghoul or a gargoyle here and there. And therefore I think it's better to invest in more heal scrolls and a bigger amount of gargoyles. So I'm really curious if Sweet is nevertheless going to go for the big push here soon. I mean, let's see, did he saw that there was no expansion being produced just a couple of seconds ago, and therefore he doesn't really need to rush anything so far, because he's just gonna fight the towers, which have been the only investment of his opponent down in the bottom right corner so far. But Molra is also yeah, nicely pulling Sweet back to his own main base, yeah, just by positioning his army here, preventing Sweet from pushing against his expansion. And in the meantime, he got the first heal scroll. He's gonna get some more creeping done. This Lich is probably gonna reach level 4, I think. And yeah, Sweet, he's staying at 50 supplies. He's getting cigarettes. He's getting one more cigarette, but I'm guessing he's not gonna get into a fight before he spends these this 800 gold he saved up, probably in items. Maybe also breaking into low upkeep, whereas Molra has already broken into low upkeep, going to 51 supply here. Okay, now he's cancelled it. Now he started it again. Yeah, he's immediately breaking into low upkeep, just because he knows his opponent is very likely to do a push here soon. There's still no counter expansion whatsoever. And once again, a pretty nice timing. So Sweet, yeah, was going for some shopping here, but he is again forced to TP, and I'm guessing Molra is just gonna exchange. Yeah, he is just exchanging TPs here, losing one gargoyle, in return killing 2 acolytes, and that wins him a lot of time here, as well as obviously he is the player benefiting more from exchanging TPs, because his gold income is going to start soaring now. But then again, it hasn't really paid out yet. He's at 55 supply against 54. Sweet doesn't have a TP though, and he doesn't have a single heal scroll as well. Whereas Molra has a TP, has 1 heal scroll. And are they gonna engage? Just checked for a shade, but didn't find any here. Oh, and Sweet is going for the counter expansion as well, so this is not really a do or die push, but the first Nova strikes very quickly for Molra here. That was a way better start of this engagement for him. The ground, it still seems pretty even, but in the air, yeah, the next Nova comes again earlier, because the cooldown yeah, was done more quickly. He's scroll used now as well, and in this air battle he clearly won here. Lich yeah, did get up to level 5. Next Nova by Sweet is doing quite some damage. So yeah, Molra exchanged really nicely here. It seems like even on the ground he's gonna be ahead. But all of these ghouls are actually low HP, so a lot of them are gonna fall to the next Nova, I'm assuming, unless Molra is doing some epic splitting here. Which is not, no. 3 more ghouls going down, a 4th one being killed as well. But no more mana for both of the players, but there's plenty of gargoyles here to sacrifice for Molra, and he's sacrificing 1 right now, going for the Nova. He should be able to force 1 of the potions here at least. But he's sending his Lich the other way around, and that might be a mistake. Sweet realizes it and immediately just stops moving away and fights these gargoyles straight up, because obviously a level 5 Lich against some lone gargoyles is a fight you want to take. And he just killed like 5 gargoyles in this short period of time in which Molra's Lich wasn't there to defend them. So yeah, small mistake by Molra immediately cost him a lot of resources here. Now he's getting a slaughterhouse as well. He's getting tier 3. I mean, he has at least fought his opponent off. He has this expansion stabilized. He doesn't know about his opponent's expansion yet, I'm assuming. No, he doesn't. And well, Sweet is still staying tier 2. At least on the other hand, Sweet has also won some time for his expansion to come up. So items are now going to go to Molra, both of the heal scrolls, and actually since neither of the players is level 3 yet, that's a tier 3 yet, and can buy heal scrolls in the top of legs, that's a pretty big deal. So Novas are exchanged. Actually, Sweet decides to cast Nova on Molra's Lich, and he should be able to force a TP here sometime soon, even though Molra has clearly won the air fight, but his Lich is in some trouble. He is heading to the shop. He's maybe getting an invoke potion here first. He is getting the Invo potion, and maybe he can try and turn this around, but there's still heal potion as well for Sweet's Lich, and Sweet is getting the invisibility potion right now, but he doesn't have mana for Nova, and oh, that was really nicely done by Molra though. So Sweet bought the invisibility potion here, and Molra knew his Lich was gonna die to another Nova, but I'm assuming he was aware that Sweet did not have the mana for another Nova, so he waited until his opponent used the Dark Ritual on one of his own gargoyles and then TP'd. So very nice awareness here by Molra. And his Lich is also very close to level 6 already. Tier 3 is soon going to be done. Sweet still tier 2, getting a Death Knight second right now. So yeah, he will be able to use this Lich a little bit more aggressively with a Death Knight. Obviously a level 1 Death Knight is gonna have to stay back. But yeah, if that one levels up, that could help Sweet a lot as well, because with Unholy Aura against no Unholy Aura, Sweet's gargoyles will be yeah, superior in speed, but of course with only like 5 gargoyles against something around 10, 12, which are also ahead in upgrades, 1-0 against 0-0. He's still definitely not going to be able to win an air fight.
Our town is under attack.
So once again, Molra is really early pushing into low upkeep, but then again, okay, he's just he probably knew that he was going to lose these schools. So the Lich is in some trouble here. Death Knight didn't bring any items, so this Lich, yeah, this Lich is maybe still gonna fall, even though there's a Death Knight there. I think the damage output of Molra should be ahead of Sweet's healing. Another Lich being sacrificed, Nova casted in here, but the Lich is gonna fall. And in the air fight, yeah, should get rather close, but I think Molra is gonna win this air fight as well. So he's gonna have a couple of gargoyles around, together with a way superior Lich compared to this level 1 Death Knight. So Death Knight is getting level 2 right now. Molra's Lich is gonna reach level 7 already. And he does have another Nova, so he's still going to win this air fight. 1 gargoyle remaining, 2 more are reinforcing. One of his statues is still alive as well, so this Death Knight, sorry, will have to run away here. So Sweet is actually getting his Lich back inside his altar, so maybe this is gonna give some time to Molra to just sacrifice one of his gargoyles here and then kill this expansion with Death and Decay. Sorry. But he decides not to, he just decides to take down all the acolytes, which is fair enough, obviously as well, because that's gonna cut Sweet's gold income as well, and yeah, in the main bases there's only 3,000 gold left, so Sweet has a little bit of time to work with to re-establish this expansion. But still the pressure is on him right now, and Death and Decay used here, oh, on the altar. He thought the Lich was coming back at the altar, but it has been cancelled and rebought at the tavern. And yeah, the second Molra realized that, he cancels this this ultimate against the altar and obviously a couple more buildings, but the altar was the main target here. And now even this Lich might get into some trouble. Molra has added the Death Knight by now as well, and that one should be able to keep this Lich alive. Oh, turning around here, not the greatest decision. He's gonna take some additional damage because of that. Sweet just sacrificed another gargoyle with his Lich. But the Death Knight, he still has mana for 1 more coil, so this Lich should probably get away. yeah, Molra could just, Sweet could just try to kill Molra's Death Knight here, because that one has only 675 max hit points, and he might get into some trouble here, but he's gonna reach the shop. There's another Nova heal potion, bought and used just in time. And even another heal scroll bought and used, so there was a lot of resources wasted here. At the same time, one thing I haven't spoken about is Sweet's switch here to Fiends, which is very interesting to me. Oops, sorry. I feel like one thing I really liked about these old school Undead mirrors with high level Liches and mass gargoyles is that fights and games could turn around really quickly with 1 or 2 well placed Novas and good engagements. Even way superior gargoyle amounts could come out on top. And therefore I think turning around a game with a field switch is not really the way the way fighting an uphill battle in Undead Mirrors was approached back then. Because usually with such a high amount of gargoyles, all Molra needs to do is add plenty of ghouls and then just get a big ghoul gargoyle army and just try and overwhelm these fiends, which especially with ladder ping isn't too hard to do, because the fiend user needs to web the gargoyles and kite back and snipe out ghouls, and at the same time he doesn't have frost armor, so that's usually what you want to get against ghouls. As we can see, he's bringing a couple of ghouls here with himself. Oh, he just finished producing Ghoul Frenzy, and as you can see, he's building a lot of ghouls, so this is not at all a surprise. Just getting ghouls, gargoyles against fiends. And also, once this expansion comes under pressure, I don't really see where is Sweet gonna kite. Away from his towers, or down here through the small choke that's also not really great spots to kite. So the fight starts here. First fiend is being called here, but yeah, the position is just great. The ghouls are doing a lot of damage to the fiend. First fiend goes down, second fiend goes down as well to Nova. Third fiend might get, third fiend gets into some trouble as well. Heal scroll, oh, there's no more heal scroll, and he decides to TP here. What? Another fiend is going down. I mean, Sweet's position was horrible here. These two fiends were not able to be microed back, so they would have gone down pretty quickly as well. And why did he TP here? Did I miss something? I guess I missed something, or it was just a misclick, or some mistake of some sort. I'm not really 100% sure why he TP'd here. So once again, if I missed something, comments please. So yeah, this gives Sweet some time to continue creeping here. He's even adding a Crippler third. Of course against ghouls, which yeah, now are very apparent in the upcoming fights. Against ghouls, the Impale is pretty nice, just to help the fiends repositioning and also to help them snipe stuff. But also just to cancel the death and decay, Impale is definitely very nice to have. So Death Knight level 3.5. This Death Knight has found the Ring of Regeneration. Level 2.5, 1 heal scroll, 2 TPs for Molra. He's probably gonna get a second heal scroll here. Even though now, I mean, against Nova, it's definitely nice to have them, but with Fiends, Sweet is most likely gonna go for a lot of focus fire, so the heal scrolls are not that essential anymore. But then again, since Sweet, is he tier 2? No, he, oh, never mind. Obviously he has 3 heroes, so he must be tier 3 by now. He can just buy his own heal scrolls, so no need to buy them away in the middle. So fight once again starts. The ghouls are trying to get into a good position. Nice Impale, as mentioned previously, that's definitely nice to have against the ghouls. But 2 fiends, third fiend is gonna fall. Yeah, 3 fiends, 4 fiends have already gone down. Is there another heal scroll? Yeah, there is one more on the Death Knight, and he should definitely use that one right now, as all of his ghouls are low HP. That Lich is in a bit of trouble here. Is there Nova coil available? Level 6 for the Lich. Is he gonna be able to kill this one in time? Heal scroll used to keep him alive, and Nova comes before the coil. Death Knight was just reaching out to cast the coil, but Nova kills Sweet's Lich here. That's definitely a big deal. Now he only has a couple of fiends remaining as well as this Cryptlord, and Molra decides not to kill the level 1 Cryptlord. He casts Nova on these fiends as well as the Death Knight, and since this Death Knight is out of mana and the Lich still has plenty of mana, I'm sure he's definitely gonna get 2 of these fiends, maybe even all 3. So a great choice not to go for the obvious Cryptlord. Yeah, these fiends clumped up. So both are hit by the Nova. So a great choice not to go for the obvious Cryptlord kill here, but instead take down 3 fiends, which is definitely the way better trade. So I'm guessing on a good day he could have split those fiends. Death and Decay once again uses their mana. There is mana for Impale. So yeah, if he does like 5 more Death and Decays like that, he's gonna take that altar down eventually. So Molra keeps the pressure up. He already brought his acolytes from his main base. I'm assuming another fiend has gone down. The Death Knight, he does have a heal potion here. Is he gonna pass that? Okay, he didn't pass the heal potion. He just somehow he passed the Boots of Speed. Okay, but the Cryptlord died anyway, so he probably should have passed the heal potion instead. So only 1 Death Knight remaining for Sweet at the moment. He's getting more and more fiends, but yeah, the fiends alone without the heroes are not gonna do too much against the level 8-4 hero combo by Molra. At the same time, Sweet is winning more and more time for his expansion to mine though, which is yeah, not really necessary from Molra's point of view. So these 2 fiends, as just mentioned, they are not going to be able to do a lot. And it seems like this is just going to go for the snipe here. Yeah, it is. It seems like this Lich is going to come out though. This only still has 4,000, so he has some time left to work with. And Sweet is just bringing everything to take this Death Knight down. And actually this is getting a lot more close than I thought. 70 HP remaining on the altar as the Lich comes out immediately. One of the ghouls is being sacrificed here. Invo Potion and TP used by the Death Knight. And yeah, Sweet successfully is able to fend this attack off for now, but still his army is a lot smaller than Molra's. 40 supply against 24. But another one of these little mistakes by Molra, using the Invo Potion here and using the TP just immediately afterwards. I mean, he wasn't going to be able to take anything down anymore anyways. So yeah, this Invo Potion was just wasted. And in these situations, I feel like, yeah, it just gets really apparent that Sweet is the better and probably more experienced of those 2 players. So just a couple of these mistakes. I mean, also, he could have just gone for the safe kill with Death and Decay down here a while ago. Instead, he tried to greedily take down this altar when he just... another shade here has been taken out. When he just expected Sweet to reproduce his Lich in the altar. So Death Knight just used the heal potion here, so... What does he have? Only 2 heroes, so the Death Knight is probably the obvious target here for Sweet. Yeah, he's going with the Nova for the Death Knight. Actually, both the Death Knights in a bit of trouble. Oh, and Molra keeps standing here, but now he's running away. He's got a level 2 aura against a Lich with Boots of Speed, so the Death Knight is going to be a bit quicker, so there's no point in trying to chase that one. One of the statues also gets taken out, and slowly, okay, very slowly, Molra's gold mine is running lower and lower in gold. So Sweet just keeps casting Nova over and over again. At the same time, his Death Knight is getting into a bit of trouble. But there are no more heal scrolls, and another Nova goes into those gargoyles. So Sweet is doing real nice with just his solo Lich, and there's, as I mentioned, no more heal scrolls, so he cannot really do anything about it. So he's just landing all his gargoyles right now. One of them is gonna fall anyways. But at least this stops this perpetual Novaing against the gargoyles. Coil maybe? Yeah, he coils. Lich is being coiled as well, and the Death Knight needs to take care. Ilmu Potion is available, so he's going to use that. The gargoyles are back to more or less full HP. Death Knight still has so much mana, so this Lich is not at all in trouble. But the Death Knight might get in trouble soon. He's turning around though. Lich barely had the mana for another Nova. And Sweet once again is winning more and more time. His Cryptlord is almost back. His expansion all this time has mined at 80% of its potential. But right now all the gargoyles, all the acolytes are once again gonna be taken out. And yeah, 2 heal scrolls now bought just to counter this Lich casting Nova over and over again on the gargoyles. I mean, in this game, if you compare it to past cast number around 12, the FOF against Ghost Stop game on the same map, you can clearly see the difference that the change of the heal fountains into mercenary camps here made. While there were still heal fountains, the players could play much more aggressively with their gargoyles and just pull them back and heal them on the fountains all the time, whereas right now you have to invest so much so much into heal scrolls, which just wasn't the case before, I think, 1.20 when it got changed. Oh, the Death Knight here needs to take care. Way too aggressive. Heal potion used just in time before the impasse strikes, but why isn't he pulling back? Heal scroll used as well. There is mana for another Nova, so Death Knight falls. Yeah, another little micro mistake here by Molra pulling this Death Knight back too late. That definitely, yeah, I'm not sure if he would have been able to save him, but definitely would have had a shot if he just tried to pull him back earlier. Let's see, that's the Lich here. He does have mana, but he's slowed by the Nova, and therefore he isn't able to cast another Nova on Sweet's Death Knight. So Molra with this, with his solo Lich for now, who is already approaching the level 9 though, and he's losing quite some gargoyles here. That's not really what you would. Another Nova goes on this Death Knight. He's gonna have to pull back. Nova goes on the Lich, and there is mana for another Impale and for another Nova, so this Lich is gonna have to TP. Impale strikes, the Lich comes around the corner, and Molra TPs just in time. And Sweet's Death Knight surviving here. So that was a big win for Sweet. His expansion is, well, more or less mining. So he's still earning a bit less gold at this point, but he's won so much time right now because Death Knight level 4, I think. Yeah. Death Knight level 4 is gonna take a while. And let's see. Yeah, Molra is probably just gonna mine all the gold he's got left in this base, and then get as good of an army as possible, as get his heroes as well equipped as possible, and then just go for another big push against this expansion. I mean, Sweet, yeah, he's not really collecting a big army or a lot of great items at this point. Mana potion has been on the Death Knight before, only the heal potion is new. Because he has to resaturate this expansion, because the gargoyles took down those acolytes earlier on. I'm wondering why he's not selling these towers. I mean, they're not really worth anything anymore, because they don't defend any more gold income. And he's at 25 out of 70 supply, so he's never gonna get that big of an army again. But he decides to take the acolytes here with him. With the level 8 he even can use level 1 frost armor, which isn't too bad, because 2 of the 4 heroes of Sweet are melee. But then again, the main damage output is the Lich and his Nova. 1 heal scroll for Molra right now. I'm wondering, why is he spending those 433 gold he's got left? Well, anyways, the fight starts. 1 statue, 3 heroes against 2 heroes and 5 gargoyles. First Nova did quite some damage to those gargoyles. The Death Knight is immediately in some trouble. And is he going to be able to get away here? Another Nova casted here by Molra. Death Knight is trying to run. Oh, a little micro bug again with his Lich, giving this Death Knight just a bit of time to run away. Heal potion and heal scroll bought. Heal potion is on cooldown though, because he just previously used the other heal potion. Right now he can use it, and it seems like he is going to be able to get out of there alive. Whereas Sweet's Lich is... he doesn't get in range to cast Nova here. All these gargoyles would have gone down. He's trying to block the Lich inside his base, but Molra gets that one out just in time. Yeah, but all of his acolytes are now going to fall. Death Knight once again has survived. Is gonna catch up to the statue, and that's very important to get some healing here. Molra once again is probably gonna take down a couple of acolytes here. Is going to limit Sweet's gold income once again, and both his heroes are approaching a level up. Especially level 5 on the Death Knight would be a pretty big deal. And yeah, this one is in a bit of trouble. No mana for Impale though, so he's gonna get away, at least for now. Shouldn't run away too far though, because the Lich is gonna need healing. At the same time, once again, all of the acolytes of Sweet have gone down. So Sweet again out of gold income as well. Actually, one of the acolytes survived. Okay, he just spent 200 more gold on something. Okay, he's getting another statue. So yeah, the statues definitely help Sweet in this situation, because Death Knight needs to take care. Using heal potion, Impale strikes both of the heroes. Another Nova will be available, so he's in a bit of trouble. He passes the TP to the Death Knight though, and therefore he is surviving. Nova even kills the Shade here. So where is that acolyte? In the middle. Okay. I feel like he should start selling buildings here. I mean, he could sell 3 crypts, 2 ziggurats, his graveyard, probably his altar, and just get a ton of items. But once again, Sweet, even though he held this, he's not going to get anything anytime soon, just because he once again has to resaturate his expansion. And yeah, now he's gonna start again to get some serious mining done. Okay, Molra spent the rest of his gold. The acolyte has been pulled back into the main base. He's probably gonna start selling stuff soon. Death Knight of Molra doesn't have a lot of mana, but he still has a mana potion. Still not selling anything. That's weird. Because he has to break this, and I feel like if he's forced to TP again... Okay, never mind, he doesn't have a TP. So this is do or die right now, without selling buildings. So Lich... Yeah, 6-4-2 against 8-4, but 3 heroes against 2 is definitely a great help for Sweet. Once again, he's just focusing the Death Knight here with everything he's got. And yeah, so is Molra. First heal potion, he does have 2 heal potions. First of them has been used already. The Death Knight of Molra still has his single heal potion. Yeah, first gargoyle falls here to a Nova. Death Knight pretty aggressive here. Shouldn't go too far away though. Lich using frost armor, he still has plenty of mana. He could try and continue doing damage to this Death Knight. Impale and Coil hit this Lich. Obviously the Impale makes this Lich invulnerable, but doesn't stop Coil from hitting it. And this Lich keeps chasing. Both the heroes are rather low HP, and Molra decides not to do more damage on the Death Knight. He decides to go for the Acolyte using skeletons right now. The Death Knight comes up from the top here. Coil comes too late, and Nova kills the Lich of Molra. The coil was in the air, but hitting this red Lich too late, and therefore Sweet is able to hold his expansion, is able to secure the victory here. In the end, once again, I feel like Molra has made a couple of rather unnecessary mistakes. I still don't really see the point in this TP. About halfway through the game, maybe I've missed something. But yeah, a few more moves, like pulling his Death Knight back a little bit too late and therefore losing it. Doing this very greedy Death and Decay on Sweet's main base instead of the expansion. But then again, if it worked out, yeah, no one could complain. And so in the end, Sweet is able to secure the victory here. Yeah, level 8 Lich for Molra. really close to level 9 as well. Wasn't able to secure this game in the end. And that is it. Bye.